Now, North Korea has given more details of the ballistic missile test we reported on Wednesday, saying that the weapons were launched from a train for the first time. Now, state media showed two missiles being fired from a railway carriage, and these are the pictures that they released. Really quite remarkable. Seems there are two missiles and a train carriage being used. Let's get more from Laura Bicker, who's in Seoul in South Korea. Laura, a method of missile delivery we have not seen before.
Yes, this is the first time that North Korea has fired a ballistic missile from a train. The images are extraordinary. You see two ballistic missiles being fired from a carriage on the tracks in the middle of the mountains. Now, when you see and speak to analysts, they tell you that this actually makes sense for North Korea. This is a very mountainous country. It would enable them to take these missiles through the mountains quite easily. They could hide them in tunnels and bring them out. It also causes a bit of a headache for military commanders here in South Korea and the United States as they try to kind of plan any issues when it comes to North Korea. But I think when it comes to this test, what we're wondering is how far is Pyongyang going to take it? Because we've seen two major tests in a week. A long-range cruise missile test, which did not breach UN Security Council sanctions, and this short-range ballistic test, which does breach those resolutions by the United Nations Security Council. However, in the past, US presidents have simply shrugged them off as business as usual. So what is next? What else does Pyongyang have in its arsenal that it's been waiting to test? We do know from satellite images that its main nuclear reactor appears to be functioning once again, perhaps as early as March this year. So we do know that they could be producing some material that could be put into nuclear weapons. But how far is Pyongyang going to push it at this stage?
Laura, we've also seen South Korea this week firing a missile from a submarine, causing concern about a potential arms race on the peninsula. Is there any kind of dialogue going on at all?
It was a dizzying day of missile launches yesterday, but when it comes to dialogue, there is no discussions at the moment between Pyongyang and Washington or Pyongyang and Seoul. There are discussions going on between the allies with Japan, with South Korea and the United States. The US envoy to North Korea, Sung Kim, has offered to talk to North Korea at any time and any place. They're also discussing a possible humanitarian set of measures to offer North Korea. But whether or not that's something North Korea will accept, we'll have to wait and see. When it comes to Pyongyang's response to South Korea's missile launches, it was quite an interesting one. A statement came from Kim Jong-un's powerful sister, Kim Yo-jong. She didn't actually criticize the missile launch as such. She criticized President Moon's presence at the missile launch because he described these missiles as necessary to deter provocation from Pyongyang. And she took issue with that, saying there is no provocation from Pyongyang and it's illogical. And to continue in that vein, she said, would completely destroy inter-Korean relations. There is a sense that things are intensifying on this peninsula after quite a quiet period, not just the arms race, but also tensions between two countries who are, remember, still officially at war.
Laura, thank you very much. Laura Bicker in Seoul.